Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray. Today I'm going to do a WIP and chat, which stands for work in progress in chat, but I wanted to show you this is how I travel with diamond paintings. This is my current work in progress, Halloween cat. I've got the pen in the tray and the putty inside the box here, and then I have my Craftmates lockables that has all my diamonds in it. So we're gonna take it out together. I just wanted to show you how I'm working on this when I'm not at home. So inside, just pull it out. And as you can see, the canvas is rolled with the symbols facing outward or the drills facing outward. And this stuff is gonna come out in bits and pieces. So here's my tray. And I guess my pen must be, yeah, right here. All right, so move this aside. How are you doing? As you can see, I am not at home. I am at my brother-in-law's restaurant at the moment because it is closed today and I have time to sit down and chat with you all and work on a part of this canvas. I'm gonna try to finish this section today. I have lots to talk about, so we could do that together. So take out whatever it is you're working on. Let me know in a comment what you're working on today. This is how far I am and how beautiful it has come along. I especially love this pumpkin. It's so cute. Now that I'm outside of like, you know, more abstract kind of stuff and we're getting right into the kitty. And hopefully I'll have plenty of time to be working on this while I'm here, but I'm not 100% sure about that just yet. And I will tell you all about it. So how was your Halloween? I hope you had a very happy Halloween. Gotta find the corner here. There we go. We did not go out because we got the news. Oh, I don't have a cover minder. I'll just have to make do without one. How's my pen's okay for now. Yes, so Halloween was out of the question this year. We have been a little too stressed out to even consider doing any kind of thinking about going out costumes or anything like that, even though Halloween is our favorite. And I talked about that last time I checked in. It'll be, what, 2 weeks ago from the time that you see this video. But yeah, I had been really, really sick. As you saw in my last WIP and chat, I was still sick. And then I took a turn and I got even more sick. But now I am feeling much better. I kind of had to, in a sense, like get past it quickly because on Friday, Halloween day, we got the phone call to say that we were going to start demo of our house on Monday. So by demo in the house, I mean the floors. Basically, a lot of the floors had to come up and get trenches made into them so that they could start putting pipes in. Now, they haven't done that as of me filming this video because I'm filming in advance. I like to do that so that the people who support me on my Patreon, the vlog tier, they'll have kind of a heads up of what's happening. And so yeah, this video is a little bit delayed, but there's a reason for it. Anyway, what I'm saying is that at this moment that I'm recording, most of the floors are up. There's just a few of them that have been left alone, the ones that we don't need to be ripped apart. And essentially the pipework is ready to be laid it just needs to be installed. And then the radiators will be installed and the heat pump. And once all of that is done and the concrete is laid back down on the floor, then we can move back in. So that is our plan, and it's really exciting. But I will tell you this. We took the night of Halloween off and did nothing. We got pizza and just relaxed. But Saturday and Sunday, we were tearing apart furniture, and we had to move everything that was in the way. So anything that was in a bedroom had to get out. Anything like that was in the way of them digging up the floor had to be moved, of course. And it was a lot. There was a lot of stuff, and we didn't even have time to like consider, oh, should we get rid of this or downsize this? Like, we had no time for that. It was just, lift it, move it, and then cover it with a sheet, That was our whole objective. And we did it in the 2 days, and then a little bit Monday morning, I came in and finished up my craft room, the office. That had the most stuff, of course, all of my filming equipment, computer, all of my diamond painting stuff, like just all of it. And I should have probably done a better job of packing things away, but unfortunately I was just, I had hit panic button and it was really overwhelming. It was really overwhelming. And I didn't quite prepare myself for how emotionally this project would take a toll on me. So if you personally have been through a renovation where we're supposed to be living in the house while this is going on, but there was no way that we were going to be able to stay in the house and live in the house while they're doing it right now, because there's no water. There's still power, but there's no water. And you can't do laundry, you can't make a cup of tea, like you can't do anything in there right now. So we had to move, and we've come down obviously to my brother-in-law, and him and his family have so graciously let us stay in a guest room. And it's it's lovely. It's so comfortable, and I get to see my niece every day, which is so nice. But basically, we got out of the house, and like all the stress from the weekend of us cleaning up and getting all this stuff ready just hit me like a ton of bricks. And then it was like watching them come in with the big machinery. There's this one piece of machinery that's this like giant saw looking thing, but in my eyes, it looks like it's coming from a video game. Like, it's humongous, but it's handheld. Anyway, yeah, watching them come through, sledgehammers, big saws, loads of pipes everywhere. And day one, after everything was done, after day one, James and I went up to just have a peek at what it looked like. And it was like walking in a haunted house. There was mud everywhere, like splashed up on the walls, and it was so dirty, and like there's rocks all over the place, like gravel, rock, and all this stuff loose around the place. And I can rationalize, a person can rationalize all of this away. I understand that. But there was something so visceral about going in there and seeing it in that state that like competed with my very logical part of my brain. And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. You know, it's not a home anymore. It's just, walls and gravel and concrete and mud. So there's something, I'm sure that there's a word or a term for it, but I definitely felt so uncomfortable going in there after they started doing the work. So today they have busted through the bedroom, our bedroom, to make a door into what will become our closet. There is a furnace room behind or beside our bedroom that is not accessible or wasn't accessible before. But now that we don't need a boiler or a furnace anymore, we could turn that into an actual room in the house. We decided on a closet and not an ensuite because we already have plenty of toilets in the house, and like I don't want to have to clean that many toilets in the first place. But I wanted a place that was nice and warm and will protect all the clothes, and you walk in and it's organized and there's a place for all of the clothes. On season, off season, like they're all there, and I think that'll be life-changing. I've never had that kind of closet before, a place with plenty of storage. You can put coats, you can put bags, shoes, like the whole shebang. So I'm really excited for that, and I can't wait to see that. And also something really exciting happened today. The person who is helping us with the windows and doors came today. And he was basically there to give us the catalogs and to do a preliminary sizing and a count of all the windows and the doors that we need to have fixed, that were, marked out in the contract that we signed. And so we were walking around, and he gave us the brochures first. And I was like, I think we've actually already decided what door we want. It's contemporary, but it's not out there. If I have a picture, I will share it, but you'll see it. You'll see it in time, I promise. But basically I was like, yeah, we already know the color. Like we kind of know what we're thinking about. And for the windows, we're basically going with the same thing that we already have. There's a little bit of a tweak, but it's the same thing, but it's going to be triple glazed and not double glazed, essentially. And he was like, oh, that's perfect. Like, I'm so glad that you're on the ball. We're going to be able to, send this in and have it, processed straight away, get the thing, you can sign it, and then we can make a date. And at the moment, the date is looking like January, which is so close. And I mean, if you talked to me a month ago, I would have been like, that's so far away. But like now, now it's really, really close. But what's even better, so we were, talking and we were going over these options and like, how do you want them to open and how many openings do you want? I was like, the less openings we have, the better, because it's a lot of work to clean windows. And on the one side of the house, they're really high up. So, I was like, I just want one opening on the window, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And there are 2 windows that I just want a full pane of glass, no openings at all, because I never open the windows in those rooms anyway, but also like, one, for safety, and two, they're facing all of the weather. So whenever it gets into the rainy season, which is pretty much all the time here, but when we're in peak raining, stormy season, the biggest issue is that the hinges get locked with salt. If anybody watching this lives by the sea, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we get all of the sea breeze and it just locks the windows up. So he was like totally on board, and we marked it all in, and then we got to the back of the house. And if you are in my Patreon, you've seen it before. We have a conservatory room, which is like, imagine a Florida room in America. It's a little porch type thing, and it kind of sticks out and it curves along the side like this. There's a door on this side, and then it's all glass windows and a glass door. And it's beautiful. It's like got a pitched roof and everything. It's very pretty. Now, we didn't think that that was going to be included in this retrofit. But the guy said they're in the plan. We've already gotten the quote for new windows, and they're already in the plan. They've factored in those costs. So the costs that we saw are with those new windows and doors. And so we were like, oh my gosh, that's great news. One, it's great news because conservatories are really expensive. They're all glass, and glass is expensive, especially when you're talking about triple glazing. And we knew that we would have to save up for a couple years before we could entertain the idea of getting it fixed. But the other great thing about this is that one of our major issues at the minute, which is in the foundation wall between the original, well, it's not the original house. So it's in the extension, but where they put the conservatory onto this flat wall, they like attached it, and then they put down tile, and then they put down outside tile, and then they plop down the door. After 25 years, there's no tray. There's supposed to be like a tray under the door to keep water from seeping in. There's no tray, there's no nothing down there. It just goes from, I guess it's aluminum or titanium or something, like metal on to tile, but the tile has become porous over time and cracked, and the grout is all manky and everything, and it came straight up when we tried to investigate. And we've noticed that there's a leak that comes down through that wall. Oh, if you can hear a baby, that's my niece. I don't know if that's picking up on the phone. But yeah, she's upstairs. So it's really cute. It's coming through, like down through the wall and along the side, and then down a wall into like the kitchen area of the downstairs apartment, and it's causing a lot of trouble. And so we were like, okay, what we're gonna have to do is do some kind of magic here and somehow fix this problem without moving the conservatory door, right? Which seemed impossible. And now they're saying that they're gonna give us all new windows and doors in there, which means that they're coming out, which means that we can fix it. I am so happy. I am so happy. That's a huge, huge weight lifted off my shoulders, I'm telling you, because one of the things that we were hoping to do is to rent out the apartment downstairs, just to help with bills and stuff. We have a bit of there's like nowhere to rent in our town, so we would be doing people a favor as well. Keep it reasonable, you know, like we're not extortionists or anything, but like keep it reasonable, but have people that we trust. And, you know, also that'll help to pay for, you know, all of this to happen. So it's like, you know, two birds, one stone. But if we couldn't fix the issue, then we would probably just have to wait, you know? We'd have to wait until one day we fix the conservatory. And it looks like that doesn't have to happen now. So, and I've got some people in mind that I wouldn't mind having as, you know, tenants because I trust them. And yeah, so that's very exciting news. I am over the moon today compared to yesterday. Yesterday I was so upset. And there's a lot of reasons why. I won't go into too much detail about it, but I was just really flustered. I was flustered. I didn't have enough caffeine. I had to make some serious decisions. I overheard someone that is working with us say that they weren't going to be able to do the thing that they said they were going to do a few months ago when he talked to me about it. And so I was really frustrated. And then, you know, I have a team of people and they love to joke and make jokes, but I was just not in the mood to joke at that stage. I was really like, I was not feeling myself at that moment. It's not my proudest moment, but you know, I was in serious mode. I was not in I'm having a great day mode. So when they joked about, they joked about having to take down a wall and that it was going to take, you know, a lot longer than they expected. And I was just like, do you know what? Just burn it down. That was my response. I was like, you know what? Just whatever, tear it all down. I don't care at this stage. And then later on when I reflected on it, I did get upset. I was just like, why do people, I think I just have a face or something, and like people like to mess with me because I can get quite serious or whatever, but they were trying to lighten the mood, and the mood definitely was not lightening by that comment. So yeah, but that was yesterday. Today is a totally different situation. Okay, I needed to take a water break. So yeah, it's all been moving really quickly, obviously, in the last 2 days. So now it's time for plumbing and getting the heating installed. And once that's all squared away and the floor has been refitted with concrete, then we can move back in. And at least we're hopeful that we can move back in. There's going to be rooms that we cannot use, that we won't put anything into. Like, we've only kept the original floor in the main living space, and then in the front room, which will eventually become like a, how do I put it? Like, it'll be like a sitting room and a craft room. Oh, by the way, that's a drinks refrigerator. Sorry about the sudden buzzy sound. So yeah, we'll be able to basically move back in, and then await our next kind of installations. So there'll be the solar panels, pretty sure, like there's other things that'll have to be installed, and then in January it'll be all new windows and doors, and then the wall insulation and the attic insulation. So all that'll happen probably in January going into February, and then it's all pretty much done. That's like the bones of it. The decorating, the new floors, all of that will be after all the work is completed, because there's just no way that I'm going to put down brand new flooring to have everybody walking all over it and getting it really dirty and scuffed up. Like, there's just no way. We are playing with the idea of keeping the original floor in the front room. At the moment, we're kind of like 50-50 about it. It is a pine floor that is from the 70s. There's very little wrong about it. You know, if you know about like flooring and hardwood floors, like there's no damage necessarily to the floor itself. But I have noticed that there's a bit of like warping or expansion of the planks near the front windows from sunlight, constantly hitting those. That's the room that gets the most sunlight in the house. And so that part is a bit bleached, sun bleached, but the wood itself is like kind of expanded a bit. What I'm thinking is we push down the nails, get them really far down, because each plank going across is a solid plank all the way across. They're thin strips. I think they're about yay big. Yeah, like about maybe a little bit bigger than one of these. And they go from, you know, one side to the other completely. But now we've had to dig, like, we had to saw a channel, quite large channel, about 2 feet-ish across, and dig out those planks in order for them to come and dig tunnels in the concrete to get the pipework to go to the radiator. So I am a little worried that that's going to be super noticeable, even if we do wood filler and stuff. So if you have someone in your life who does floors, or maybe you've done it before, maybe you can help me out and give me your opinion. The option that I was thinking of was we could put the floor back where it came from, where we dug it up. We could put in wood filler and everything, and then sand it really well, and then I'd like to stain it a little less of an orange color than it is naturally, and then, you know, put some sort of protective layer on top of the stain so that it doesn't get scuffed, and, you know, that the wood is actually protected. But like, how noticeable will the cut be when all of that is done? I don't know. And it does worry me a little bit, but if it is going to be noticeable, then we could just, we're ordering a bunch of wood to be delivered and installed, and it might be more cohesive if we do it that way, because that is definitely going to be a different color than the rest of the hallways and most of the bedrooms. So, like, I don't know. What do you think? Give me your input if you've done floors. I thought that it would be nice to keep an original floor. We are keeping one of the original floors from in the bedrooms. So one of the bedrooms still had this beautiful oak paneled floor that is, it's gorgeous in my opinion. I love the color of it. That's the color that I want the rest of the wood in the, you know, the rest of the floors to be in the house. It's very bright. It's like I think honey oak is the right word, but I might be a little wrong on that. It is not gray and it's not orange. It's somewhere in the middle. It's a very light wood. And I love it. I'm in love with it. And so we decided to keep that floor. So that is the room that we will likely move into, either that or we will move our bedroom temporarily into where my office was, my craft room, because that room has an ensuite. It's only going to be for the bed, the bed and maybe a wardrobe or something, just for the time being, so that while we're waiting for, all the rest of the works to be done and the floors to be put down. But in the middle of all this, James also has to go and get his operation done. So all of this is kind of like an up in the air situation. I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but I have ideas, Like I was saying a couple weeks ago, I think I mentioned this, like I have a plan A and a plan B, and sometimes I have a plan C. Oh, and in this case, the plan C is that we move all the stuff that we currently have in our living and kitchen area, move that into other areas that are going to be safe, like the front room. It's got enough floor that we can put stuff down in there. And then we just live in the living room for the next couple months. That's okay too. I'm fine with that. I lived in a studio apartment. I can do that. And then that way we have access to the kitchen, and we're right next to the wood-fired stove, and we aren't too far away from a bathroom that'll be working. And then the rest of the house will probably, pretty much, regardless, pretty much be closed off. Because there's that hole in the wall that's going into our what our bedroom is. There's a massive hole, and it will be exposed for the most part. Like the door to the outside is a very old door, and I'm gonna ask if they can, maybe we can put some kind of insulating foam or something to stop a massive draft from happening when storms come. That's on my mind as well. I'm sure they'll do something though, because they know, according to our plan and to our, agreements and everything, we must live in that house while this renovation is happening. That is like, it's just part of it. I honestly, I don't know what that is about, but it's some legal thing to do with our mortgage or something. There's probably a reason for it. We only want to have one house. It's not like we can escape somewhere else. And we honestly don't want to put our family out for too long and, keep them, be underfoot for them either. I know that they don't feel that way, but both James and I are very hyper independent people who don't like to ask for help of people unless we absolutely have to. So that is kind of where we're at with that. We don't want to be mooching and, in the way of other people and their lifestyle, their schedules, their normal routines for too long. Like, I think that staying here for a week is already like, ooh, I don't want to be underfoot. And, I'm sure that they don't see it this way. This is how I feel. Now, would I feel this way if somebody else had to stay with me? No, I would not feel that way. So it's just me being hypercritical of me taking up space. And I recognize that, but yeah, everybody loves being home and being comfy. And that, I think people can relate to that. So, but that's kind of what's going on with that. I'm just happy that we are healthy now, that I'm not sick with whatever it was that was going on. It was really scary. And and I was vomiting a lot and like shaking and everything, and I didn't know what was going on, but I'm okay now. And Luna is doing good. She has just, they've upped her medication again because they can still hear fluid in her lungs, or in her heart, sorry. So they've increased the medication dose again. And honestly, at the end of this month of medication, if they say the same thing, I may need to go and get a second opinion somewhere, just because I've spent 350 euro on her medication and treatment thus far. And if it's not working, I don't know what to do. Do you know what I mean? Is this a situation, I need to know, is this a situation where she is basically on hospice right now? And this is like medication that's going to lengthen her life? Or is it medication that's just keeping her comfortable at this stage? I'm really concerned. And I want answers, but I think that they're going to tell me to go see the doggy cardiologist, basically. But these are expenses that I was not prepared for right now, and it makes me really nervous because I'm still waiting to hear back about the jobs that I applied for. And a friend of mine told me that I should probably send an email and see what's going on, and hopefully, you know, everything is all right and I'm still on the list, and hopefully I'm really far up the list now and they'll call me any day. That's what I'm hoping for. I've already got, like, I went out and I bought a new like set of work clothes, so I'm already prepared to go in like pretty much straight away. I have shoes, I have blazers, I have dress shirts and slacks. Like, I'm ready the moment they call me to start the job, you know. But they haven't emailed me, and I interviewed in May. So I know that it says that it's 2 years on the, you know, you're on the list for 2 years, but you know, it just makes me nervous, and I'm very eager to work as well. Like, I'm very eager to get out there and get started. I know that it's quite the blessing for me to be free right now and just doing YouTube. But yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough to keep us afloat. It's not enough for me to provide medical care for my dog. So, you know, I need something else, and I'm really, really eager to get back into the workforce and everything else. It would be really, really great. But anyway, I am grateful for having all this time to be able to sort out the rest of the stuff, because I can only imagine, like, if both of us were working full time right now, that this could be really tricky. You know, especially if I had to travel every day out of town, which is likely what will happen if I get this job that I'm talking about, like right now. But you know, regardless, we'll just follow destiny, I suppose. See what happens. But I definitely want to give destiny a little wake-up call. Just be like, I'm leaving a message. Could you please help? So yeah. What else? Oh, I feel like there was something that I was thinking about it, and I almost talked about it. Oh yes, of course. Winter with DAC. So thank you all so much for being so patient with me, and Stephanie, who is Wolfpack Diamond Painting. Every year or every other year, we have hosted a Winter with DAC event. It started way back in 2020, and we are both just in a position in our personal lives where we cannot be doing as much as we did last year. So if you would like to do a diamond paint along where we just share progress in a Facebook group and keep each other motivated, just another place to show off your gorgeous diamond painting, please join the Facebook group. I'll have it listed. I've definitely got it on my community wall, like the posts area on the YouTube channel. Oh, I did that the wrong way. Hang on, I've got it all misaligned now. That was my fault. I've got it on the community page on YouTube. So if you click on my name under the video, it'll take you to my channel. And then if you scroll over, you'll see where it says posts, or it'll say community, one or the other. And you'll see a link there if it's not in the description. The reason I'm saying that is because I am away from the computer and it's so limited what I can do right now on YouTube Studio. But if you want to join us, just request to join the group and answer the membership questions. And every couple days I go in and I approve the members who've answered the questions, and you can post away. And if you have questions or anything like that, you know, of other people, that's a good place to ask questions and things like that. But it's a very low pressure kind of situation. It's just for sharing photos of what you're working on and having a good time this year. There are no prizes. There are no entry forms or exit forms or anything like that. I'm so sorry that I can't give you the event I was hoping to give you, but this house stuff is, I don't have an office anymore. I don't even have a computer hooked up. It's just me and my phone and a dream. So as long as I get some time to diamond paint, I'll be sharing my progress as well. And Stephanie is the same. Stephanie does Wolfpack diamond painting. She goes live every once in a while on her channel, so you should definitely subscribe to her channel as well. And she was talking about getting back into doing unboxing videos as well, because she has a load of paintings that she hasn't unboxed. So get lots of content over there very soon as well. But yeah, both of us are really busy right now in this season. It's always really busy at this time of year, and there's only so much that you can do in advance as a creator, which is why it's a little unfortunate that, you know, we have a winter themed event, because it's just so busy. Everybody's so busy. Oh, I put that in the wrong place. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So let's see, I'll go with this one next. I'm almost done. Almost done with this row. I have really enjoyed this painting so far. It is so much fun. Even though the colors are very, like, you know, they're very brown and, you know, dark, I still think it's a really fun picture to be doing. So it's coming along quite well. This particular section is, you know, kind of, I guess, boring, but necessary. Do you know? You gotta make the cat have a body. But I can't wait to get to the next couple sections, just because I want to get to the kitty's face and see all those pretty details. But yeah, it would be so nice to have a setup again where I can keep this out on the table. But obviously I can't do that right now. We have a bedroom, and it's really, really nice. Though it has, so obviously no offense if you're watching this, my brother-in-law's wife has a lovely sense of style. It is very different from mine. And the closet that's in the guest room is a fully, like, it's 3 panels of closet. So one opens like, you know, together like this, and one is on its own. And they're full panels of mirrors. And it faces the bed. And it's got us like a little bit weirded out just because, you know, we're not used to seeing that much of ourselves ever. Even in the bathroom. Our bathrooms have really tiny mirrors. So seeing like like 3 full length mirrors facing the bed, we were joking about what is the feng shui of this? But it is very pretty. But I do feel like I'm in a hotel, a funky hotel. But yeah, it's so lovely and warm in this house as well. Like, I'm wearing a jacket right now. You might have seen my videos that I posted last week at the same table, at the same setup, trying to film ahead of time so that everything kind of works out. But it's a little chilly down here because the heating isn't on down here because the restaurant isn't open right now. So that's why I'm wearing a jacket. But upstairs, it's so lovely. It is so warm. Like not having to wear... I wear a house coat all the time, a robe, a bathrobe all the time when I'm in our house. And I've just grown used to it. You just get used to it. And so I'd be wearing my robe the last 2 days up above and like just sweating. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? And then I'm like, oh, I don't have to wear a robe. But it's become such a habit in my house that, you know, just old habits die hard kind of thing. I also have loads of things like sweatshirts and really heavy woolen sweaters and things like that. I don't need them here. It is so warm. So I just feel really lucky that we're staying here, and it's like a glimpse into our future, I guess, a little bit. So that's really exciting too. I can hear a lot of thumping around up there. I don't know what's going on. I think they're okay though. They must be like playing or something like that. And we're almost done with this section, so I'm gonna keep going. I might take a second to get a drink of water real quick so that my throat kind of eases up a little bit. Hang on. Okay. Yeah. I have a little sniffle. But it's all good. I think they're playing up there right now. And I need to wrap this up soon so that I can go back up there and give them a hand before his wife comes home from work, and he has dinner ready for her because she leaves at like 7 in the morning to go to work. So she eats quite early. Today I'm meeting my friend who is taking care of Luna this week. I'm meeting her very soon so that we can go for walkies together. And so I can kind of like, you know, give her a little bit of loving, and just for my own selfish reasons, like I really miss her. I miss her so much. I don't know what I'm going to do, y'all. I don't know what I'm going to do if something happens to her or if I can't fix this. And I have to make a really big decision. I'm not ready. I'm really not ready. She's my baby. Like, I don't know what to do. But yeah, I went in to visit my friend, and she told me Luna was doing great. That she might not have stayed out long enough this morning to go for a proper bathroom break. And so she had an accident, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, it's our fault. So we were thinking about taking her around for a nice long evening walk tonight. And I was like, I am down for that. Let's do that. So I'll do that and get my appetite going and come back and eat my dinner. And we're having chicken Kiev with veg and potatoes. I don't know if it'll be mash or what, but it will be delicious. And we are probably gonna cook dinner tomorrow night just to say thank you, say thank you. And he, my brother-in-law is a chef, like actual, runs a restaurant chef. But yeah, we feel guilty, and we want to give back in whatever way we can. And I think that food is one of those things that, like, I think it's a universal language for us as humans. Like, please eat what I make and feel my love for you and my appreciation for you. So that's what we want to do. We just need to find something that they like, that we all like, that we would enjoy to have together. And I think that, yeah, James and I will take care of that then. And make it delicious and clean up the kitchen afterwards. And we have been sleeping pretty well. We've been going to bed really early just because we're exhausted from all that moving that we did. All of the furniture moving and the packing and the, just the chaos that was the weekend. But I think we're gonna be fine now. But yeah, I was absolutely torn apart by the weekend. Like, the second day on Sunday night, I had blisters on my feet. And I know I'm out of shape. Like, I haven't really been taking care of prioritizing my exercise like I had been. And I could really tell, I could really feel it. And it was awful. If I had kept it up a bit, I think I would have been in a better position. And now I know for sure, like, yes, I do need to go back to the gym and I do need to lift weights again, because it did make me feel so much stronger. But like right this instant, probably not. But once James starts recovering a little bit, then, and I can leave the house and not feel like, the house might burn down if I'm not there, then yeah, I think I will. But I think it would be also a really good idea for me to have a job first, because I need that income in order to, the spare income that I don't have right now to be able to get into that again, I mixed colors. That's what's going on there. Uh-oh. I don't know how I did that. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's fine. You can hear the footsteps. This is a really old house. Like the restaurant is a townhouse that was built in the 1800s. And it's very old. It's old and creaky, so you can hear all the footsteps. It's weird. It's weird because we don't live in a two-story and haven't ever. So if you live in an apartment or in a townhouse or something, I'm sure you get used to it. But like, it is weird to me to hear thunderous footsteps above my head. Sometimes I'm like, what's going on up there? All right, so I need just a few more spare diamonds here to fill in the gaps. I have the Space Invader. Oh, and look at that. We're almost at an hour for the first time in like months. I hope you don't mind me just like rambling. I feel like a lot of this was rambling. But I appreciate you spending time with me today and listening to me chat about this stuff. And again, I will invite you, if you have the spare €10 or $10 a month and you want the behind the scenes with all of the renovation stuff, with the like more in-depth talks and stuff like that. I do hour-long vlogs on Patreon every week on Fridays, and that is the way that people are helping me out right now, because YouTube, I don't really have an income from YouTube anymore. So I'm just making these videos for fun. And Patreon is the way that I am helping to fund Luna's bills. So if you like what you see and you enjoy my content and you want to help a girl out, that is the easiest, best way. And I would love if you would come along for the ride and see all the stuff that happens. It would be great to have you, but I don't want to make anybody broke and spending money that they don't have. So if you can't do that, that's okay too. But I do appreciate you thinking about it, as that is the way, that is my income at this moment. So I do appreciate you watching me though, even if you can't support monetarily, that's okay too. But yeah, this is done. That section is done. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Look. The sparkle is so good on this, isn't it? So yeah, I will leave it there for today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a wonderful week. And I am really sorry about the lack of videos now. I'm going to keep up with the WIPNCHATs every week. That'll probably be my only video for a little while until I can say, you know, okay to companies or whoever, or buy anything. Again, YouTube doesn't really pay me anymore. So when I can get something, I will make a video on it. But for now, it's going to be WIPNCHATs. And I hope that you're excited for that. I hope that you'll join us for Winter with DAC. No rules, just fun. And I will see you next week on the tubes. Take care, everyone. Bye.